These are for your honor. These are the fly shoes I produced and you wore it as a fly, and I made this color for you.
Oh wow, you made these.
Yes, I am the owner.
I'm kidding. That's so cool.
Thank you.
Return of the Fly is coming in.
For your honor. These are the fly shoes I produced and you wore it as a fly, and I made this color for you.
Oh wow, you made these.
Yes, I am the owner.
There you go. Got it.
Yes, good. That's the whole picture of
Good.
the building.
Let's see what I'm doing here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see that.
Yeah. No, that's the last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. I like the.
You
It's
like
like the light coming off of there.
You like the sky?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. What's your name?
Kidding. That's so cool.
Thank you.
Return of the Fly is coming in.
Yeah. What's your name?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. What's your name?
Russell.
Russell.
That's so cool.
Rob.
Thank you.
Return of the Fly is coming in.
Same here.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Yep.
These are for you, Bono. I produced, and you wore it as the fly. These are the fly shades. I produced it, and you wore it as the fly. And I made these in this color for you. Bono says, "Oh wow, you made these?" Yes, I made whatever that says. Remember? Remember that? The videos? Yes, I'm the owner, is what the guy's saying to Bono. He was clearly surprised. Then Bono said, "Oh, cool. The return of the fly is coming. U2, UV, etched tongue, baby." But first, you notice how the color scheme starts. Even as I seen this just yesterday, this was my last real picture, and then there's a red and a yellow, following along with the next, like the cigarette followed along with the next song in the album cover itself. And basically the entire time it's still the same red and yellow theme in the background. It's like me coming up to Bono as if he didn't know. Hey, Bono. It's not glasses, but you see this record? See these records? I made them. I produced them for you. And all you have to say is, oh, cool. It's your footage and my footage side by side. It's identical in every step of the way. So whose footage is whose footage? What came first, the chicken or the egg? How come that dragon's singing just like you? The same exact direction, throwing up the sword. Giving me a sword. Throwing it up on the table with the skull and bone system. How come you're mirroring Jesus writing on the ground just like he is? And my wife's finger. As you got flipped upside down in room 100. And then all of a sudden your hands are tied. Great earthquake, sun went dark, moon. Stars fell from heaven. Heaven rolled up like a scroll. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I am the owner.
I'm kidding.
You
It's
ride
like a light coming
you,
off
you,
of
you
there.
ride the sky.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. What's your name?
Russell.
Russell?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Same here.
Anybody who types second son, two sons into Google, I don't care. Look at the images. People try to pawn it off as, sun dogs. It's not. It's not. Because the Planet X it's a solar system. You have to understand that. It's a whole solar system. And a brown dwarf, when it collapses, by the way, there's a movie out there, it's prophetic. It's a TV series called Impact. Not Deep Impact. Don't get confused. It's called Impact. And I think it's on Freevee for free or something like that. And it's about a brown dwarf that they missed. I have a scientific paper, an actual copy of it, from Cornell University, from a scientist named Iorio, and it's called On the Eccentricity of the Moon. He used laser detection equipment and measured the fact that the moon is now on an elliptical orbit around the sun. The reason why we're having this strange weather dynamics that we were having, signs in the sun and the moon and star seas roaring, is because as this collapsed yellow dwarf star, which is minus 273 degrees Fahrenheit, as any brown dwarf would be, you cannot see it without infrared attachments. That's why the Lucifer attachment is put on the Mount Graham telescope, because they needed to have it's actually called the Lucifer attachment. You got to use DuckDuckGo and look for a Popular Mechanics article. It is
Join in. That means their Mahdi is here. Join in the fight, because this is the time to destroy Israel and destroy Jerusalem and take over. And the time of turning to Allah has passed now. I showed you all those videos. You remember? Okay, now.
haunts Robin. It's probably one of Robin's main familiar spirits because he's the closest one that's died the soonest, so the devil needs help. Robin needs help. His dead dad is a familiar wicked spirit under the subjection of the devil that haunts Robin. It's probably one of Robin's main familiar spirits because he's the closest one that's died the soonest, so the devil would use Robin's dad to haunt Robin. It just makes sense. Because, see, Robin's dad is in Robin's blood, and the life of that individual is in the blood. So it follows after the blood. It follows it. It's in the DNA. So the wicked familiar spirit that died before you, okay, that was dead, that died dead in their sin, they're under the subjection of the devil here. Hamas, when you translate the word Hamas, it translates in Jewish and in English and in Jewish, it translates to the word Iblis. You know who Iblis is, right? He's the devil. The Muslims call Iblis the devil. All right, that's Hamas equals the word Iblis. He's a Draco jinn, a jinn. He's the king of the jinn. The Iblis is the king of the jinn. That's who he is. And Hamas, the word, it also translates to Iran. Iran also translates to Iblis. Okay, so the jinn, Iblis, is a jinn, and Iran's word, the word Iran equals Iblis as well. See, so it's not the Iranian people. It may be the Iranian ruler. Okay, that because Father in Scripture says that righteousness is sown in those that make peace, not war. Peace. So that should show you something right there. Okay, you know them by their works. Come on. Ready? Where's your ball? Get your ball. Okay, I'm going in. I gotta get started on that lawnmower deck. See if I can't get that fixed before winter. Because I don't want to be scrambling to do it in the spring and trying to cut my grass and letting it grow too long. It gets harder to cut the longer it gets. You almost got to cut it twice in some spots, so I don't like messing around with it. I'm going to try to see if I can't remove the deck. Since I got all this is done and Joe's got to work today. It's a Jewish number, so I look it up in the Jewish as an H574 instead of a G574. So I look it up in Strong's in the KJV, and it makes reference to a terrible, which is the fourth beast.
We'll be at Orgai 6.
Which is the fourth beast of Revelation, strong and mighty, in Dan 7:7. Well, Barack Hussein Obama is left-handed, so is George Herbert Walker Bush, who is also related to, but there's President Barack. Spelled properly, too. Spelled properly. There he is right there. Possession. See here? Possession. Right? He was superior. The fourth beast was superior. So, the graphene oxide, you know what that is, right? Look, tip of the spear. Right? Satanic saints. Look at here. Right there. Look at here. Left-handed. I wonder if Benjamin Netanyahu is left-handed. Wouldn't that be crazy? Let's see. Let's see if he is. Is he left-handed? Let's see. Let's copy and paste here. We could probably catch him signing something. Tell me that's not his left hand. He's holding the pen with his left arm. Isn't that crazy? You see what I'm saying? See, I didn't even think, but a left-handed serpent. A left-handed serpent. 574. Fourth beast. Okay. Look, he's the first one that comes up. Benjamin Netanyahu. Right there. And if you want to verify, let's check and see if we can get him signing something else. But right there, he's signing with his left hand.
October 26th,
Is he not?
2023.
There's the pen. There's his left arm. Yep, sure is. Turn the right direction.
Today's
So
October
he is
29th.
left-handed.
2023.
Isn't that crazy? What are the odds of that? What are the odds of that? Can you see what I'm talking about? Do you see? Father reveals things through the Word. When you are astute and you understand the Word, and you read your Scripture daily, and you look it up, seek me diligently, and you shall find me. Well, that has more than one meaning. Okay, but a left-handed serpent. Isn't that crazy? That is absolutely. Let's see if we can find him signing something else so we can verify that he actually is left-handed. Oh, yep, there he is again, right there, left-handed. Sure is nuts. Look, there's the pen right there in his left hand, right there. See it? So there's two photographed witness that he's using his left hand. So he is. Gematria calls him a left-handed serpent. In the English and simple gematria, he matches. 1062 and 177. Okay. Mark of the beast right there. Okay. And then up here also calls Barack Hussein Obama a left-handed serpent. And it equals the word possession right there. And we just looked at a picture. I know Barack Hussein Obama is left-handed. He signs with his left hand. There's pictures, photographs of him signing with his left hand. So what are the odds of that? Is it just, you think it's just coincidence? Really? Really? Yeah. Let's see what else we got going on here. Jesuit order, right? Constantinople, which is where Erdogan's at. He's over there in Turkey. And we know something stirs in Turkey. We know Turkey just denounced Israel's action against the Palestinian people. I don't agree with it either, but I think Israel's walking into a trap. There's George Walker Bush right there. He's left-handed too. He's on the list. George Herbert Walker Bush, he's also left-handed. What are the odds of that one? Right? 7 deadly sins. Right? What else we got here? Look at here. Wonder if Rabbi Eliezer Elfradi
With or without you.
is left-handed. Right? Mark of the Beast. And let's see here. Let's go to page 2. It's always good to check page 2. Page 2. What we got on page 2? Left-handed serpent. Looking for names. Oh, there's Robin Henry Tees. There's Robin Henry Tees, left-handed serpent. That's why he has that picture, and he's showing that picture of his hand that looks like a snake. Isn't that crazy? I think that was absolutely. That's all telling. And people will deny that garbage. They'll deny it, but it's true. It's true. Oh, it's true. Oh, it's true. Oh, look at here. Matches Benjamin Netanyahu. Right there. I am. Look at that. See that? It also matches Robin Henry Tees, too. Because there's Robin right there.
$10.62. 177. Left-handed Adam serpent-handed serpent. Hell is a scary place. Is a destroyer, like a destroying star. A family cursed king. Okay. A numbered beast of Abaddon identified. A superhuman demon, Antichrist king. An Antichrist king. An adder's playmate. Key of Solomon.
We'll turn the water into wine so you can see it better, right?
Let's do that. 15 seconds in. On a bone dry. No water all year long. Nothing. Middle of the pandemic, everything's shut down. Completely bone dry. 17 seconds in. Let's just fast forward real quick.
Be real.
Let's turn this water into
Fountains of
something
water.
good to drink. You don't want to drink from the wine from the cup of fornication, do you?
Well, that just turned on now. Obviously.
Let's turn that water into wine, right? I am the Antichrist.
We know. Well, I already went over that.
Who is that person
4 years ago,
the Bible calls
March
him
15th,
the Antichrist?
For the
2019.
record, I, Robin Henry Tees, discovered Stephen James DeShawn as the Antichrist. I had already had this in here months ago.
I am the Antichrist. Look at that. See that? See him say that right there? That's crazy. Children of the Corn.
2 days ago.
Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. Look at Pontius Pilate. Is that spelled right? Oh, yeah, that is spelled right. Tius. That's spelled right too. Pontius Pilate. Let's check page 3. Pyramids are evil. Let's see. Enslaved nightmare. I'm down here in English, which is the valley of the
shadow of death. So Stephen James is down here in the shadow, the valley
Scarlet Woman.
shadow of death. The Scarlet Woman. Barack Obama. George W. Bush.
See, this shouldn't even have the. You don't need the word the.
Benjamin
See how it's got
Netanyahu.
the? People add the.
That old serpent, Jacob's ladder, and the fall.
The child shall. Why would you write something like that when the numbers don't even? They don't even confirm the pages because they don't know what the numbers mean. That old serpent. Look at that. That old serpent. A left-handed serpent. a left-handed serpent. That old serpent. That old serpent. Isn't that crazy? That is absolutely crazy. You just got to know what to look for. You got to know your scripture. You got to know the wording of scripture. Certain words. A spiritually dead. Yeah, I can see that. There's Barack Hussein Obama, but it's spelled with 2 R's. See? There's an R at it.
I want to thank Minister Philadelphia for our last name is.
That's my last name.
I think that's. I think that's on there too, isn't it? There's 574 or 573 is one less. What? Here, look at this. A Prince of Darkness. A Prince of Darkness equals 574. All right? 574. Right? Which is, again in the Hebrew, President Barack Obama.
The last one there. Obama.
I want to thank Mr. Philadelphia. He's. Listen, my first job was at a Baskin Robbins.
A Prince of Darkness.
We see him operating every single day.
Serve the
We see him in
name.
neighborhoods. And by the way, while he's doing all that, it distracts all of us from the truly destructive actions that his appointees.
There might be 7 heads and 10 horns.
Are doing all across the government.
So
Actions
who are
that
the
affect your
princes?
lives.
The princes, are they the prince? There's 10 kings, so the 7 heads must be princes. Maybe there's 7 princes that are princes of darkness, which makes up the house of the wicked. Yeah, see, because there's Prince of Darkness equals that right there. See? And there's the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast. I know that mark, if you punch in just mark of beast, and you get rid of the word the, mark of beast, and you get rid of the word the, because the equals a positive numerical algorithm, the word the. So you don't want to mix it with something that is a negative. So you don't want to give the devil a crown, basically. Give him a plus to his numerical algorithm. So, but look, see, mark of beast, right there, 666. See, I thought that was interesting too. But there's a lot more to it, I'm sure.
To Rome, and what is the old saying? All roads lead to Rome. Isn't that interesting? Oh, there's so much more we could get into. But let's go back now to Daniel chapter 7. And I just want to show you something here in Daniel chapter 7. And I want you to see this because some people make the beast only a nation, and they refuse to believe that a beast can also be a person. But here in chapter 13, the beast, it sounds like it's talking about both, how it can apply to both. But it sounds like the Antichrist is called a beast, an individual person. But I want you to see this back in Daniel chapter 7. I won't read too much of it. But in Daniel chapter 7, just to give us an idea, verse 1 through 8. Daniel 7, verse 1 through 8. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and visions of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matters. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of the heaven strove upon the great sea. And four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another. What does that sound like? Revelation chapter 13. Beasts coming out of the sea. The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. So we know what this is. So if we know what this is historically, that helps us to try to figure out in Revelation what it's talking about. The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. Well, did you know that the symbol of Babylon in those days was a griffin, which was a lion with wings of an eagle? That's interesting. And behold, another beast, a second like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had three ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it, and they said,
Any brown dwarf would be. You cannot see it without infrared attachments.
That's interesting. That sounds like that would correspond to Greece. Now, by the way, some people think the eagle's wings and the lion, the first one, is more Persia, because Persia took over Babylon as well. But after this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard. Oh, what would that be? Which had upon the back of it four wings of a fowl, and the beast had also four heads, and dominion was given to it. Oh, you know what happened historically? Greece took over through Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great died, and guess what? His kingdom was divided among his four generals. Interesting. Just coincidence, right? Wink, wink. No. God knew what's going to happen before it happened, and he gave the vision. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, the symbol of Babylon in those days was a griffin, which was a lion with wings of an eagle. That's interesting. And behold, another beast, a second like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had three ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it, and they said thus unto it, Arise, devour much flesh. That's interesting. That sounds like that would correspond to Greece. Now, by the way, some people think the eagle's wings and the lion, the first one, is more Persia, because Persia took over Babylon as well. But after this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard. Oh, what would that be? Which had upon the back of it four wings of a fowl, and the beast had also four heads, and dominion was given to it. Oh. You know what happened historically? Greece took over through Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great died. Guess what? His kingdom was divided among his four generals. Interesting. Just coincidence, right? Wink, wink. No. God knew what's going to happen before it happened, and he gave the vision. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. Iron. We're going to see this in a minute also. Iron.
When that black flag goes up, the Islamic world, all over the world, join in. That means their Mahdi is here. Join in the fight.
We're about to find out. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had what? 10 horns. You see how it's all... You need to read the Bible, folks, if you want to know what's going to happen. All right. Now, some people try to apply this to modern times. What do we have? We have England. Have you ever seen the symbol of England? It's a lion on one side and a unicorn on the other. And it says, Dio et Mindru.
Well, welcome everyone
God is my right.
to another
So
eye-opening
like
and
England.
amazing,
And from England came America.
incredible
And
live
what's the symbol
broadcast
America?
of
The eagle. I mean, just
Jacob's
coincidence. Then we have
Ladder.
Russia today. What is Russia? The bear. They call it the bear. Well, here's a bear. And then we have a leopard. What would the leopard correspond with? See, there's double, triple applications of all these things. Well, leopard is something that has kind of a mix. You know, it's got spots, and yet it's strange. Could that be the one world government of the Antichrist? Could he be prophesying of, in his day, what would be the ones after him, and then the future coming kingdom of
There's
the
Robin
Antichrist?
Henry T's
That's what it
left-hand
sounds
serpent.
like here.
That's why he has that
That's
picture.
what it sounds like. Let's go over to Daniel chapter 2 real quick. Let me show you another thing. And this is all just to kind of show us how to rightly divide prophecy, if you will.